welcome to another exciting episode of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Paper Guy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
And it is Saturday, another world-famous BOLO day. To anybody new to the channel, be on the lookout. That's what BOLO stands for. And what we try to do is we try to show you a bunch of interesting items that sold, do a little deep dive into them, tell you why they sold and how you can find them. And Mr. Magazine will now take it away because I need a breath.
It is Christmas season, toy season, and here we have Jim Henson's Muppets, The Animal. It's the Mega Muppet 12-inch figure, and this is loose, mind you, and I don't even know if it's complete, but it went for $40. I know in the box new it's at least $100 to $150. So if you see it anywhere, you know, any of these figures, whether they're big or small, they're worth some good money.
Roughly, when did those come out?
I'm going to say about 10 years ago.
Okay,
yeah.
So they're older. And so they're definitely out there for sure.
Oh, definitely. You know, they have a bunch of the different characters, and they're all going to be in this price range or more even. Loose, you know. So
wow.
Find them either way, scarf them up. All right, we're going to stick with the toy theme, and I don't know why I can't enlarge this, but it's G.I. Joe Zorana's sister to Zorana, or whatever that listing is. Yep, we can't really see, but it's
really cool.
It's the female girl with the red mohawk. It's a reissue from San Diego Comic Con, but it went for $155. It is tough to find. The original's probably worth just as much, but this is unopened from 2011.
Now, if you're out there and you see the San Diego Comic Con exclusives, are they
of anything? Usually, they're not gonna be cheap, whatever it is for the most part.
They've all appreciated.
They're all limited. They all sell out for the most part. Yeah, whether it's a Funko or a figure or a doll, whatever. Yeah, absolutely.
Good to know.
All right, next up, Baum's Casterine Axle Oil Victorian Trade Card.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, some people think trade cards don't go for much. Well, this is probably one that. I think is this a fold out?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a fold out. So in my, and I'm not an expert, but I figured those might be worth more money, so we listed those. Yeah, and it did get $117.50.
Now
7 bids.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
Do you think maybe they were buying the ruler?
I hope not, because we only have one ruler and we have 500 listings with that ruler. So
it's a very valuable ruler.
We're going to be going to Staples tomorrow if they wanted the ruler.
Limited edition ruler.
Yeah, they probably should say, ruler not included. That, that's the key. That who wants an 1800s card when you can get a new ruler?
There are times where the ruler would do me more good.
True, yeah. All right, next up, Vintage VTG Transformers Jetfire Autobot. This is one of my favorite toys growing up as a kid. It's just a cool, figure. Robots in Disguise, 1984 Hasbro. It is complete in box. And
$545.
I think I took a $500 offer on this. We were asking $600 in auction. But, I didn't pay that much. I paid good money for it, but nowhere near that price. Probably a little less than half. But it's a pretty cool piece. And any Transformer Gen 1s and original box are going to be good money.
Wow.
And, even loose, it's $100, maybe $150 complete.
Right. Wow.
So, be on the lookout for that as well. And I'm not the Paperboy's not the only person that sells newspapers. Post Standard, New York, January 1943. Russians counter German offensive. Doesn't look like it's in the best of shape, but went for $40.
Yeah. No, a lot of, and you can find the World War II newspapers out there fairly regularly all the time. So definitely do pick them up. My biggest problem with newspapers is I never list them all. That's the problem.
Well, yeah, I got thousands of them probably. Yeah,
that's the problem.
Well, I got more than thousands. How many years have we been buying the
New York Times?
Yeah. Is this next one mine?
Yeah, it is.
All right.
I don't start mine VTG.
Well, neither. I don't want to either. My employees love VTG. Anyways, Goodyear lighted tire sign. It's about 3 feet by 10 inches. It's a nice advertising sign.
$275.
I think I took $200 on this. I paid about $100. They sell generally for $300 to $350. I don't get that price usually, and I didn't pay that much, and I always offer less on things like that because of that reason alone. It's so volatile, it could go for $200 or $500, so I think I paid $100, maybe even less, and I got about $2.25 on it.
And how'd you ship that because of the size?
Well, we will know tomorrow because it just got paid for.
Probably UPS.
It'll go UPS for sure.
Yeah. Yep.
But let's see what's on the back here. A light, and that's it.
Nice.
There you go.
Alrighty. First item I have up over here. LL Bean Catalog Summer 2005 Traveler 69 pages fashion. I am going to say, in general, LL Bean is one of those suckers bet catalogs. They really, I remember I used to buy them and, oh my gosh, I just got an LL Bean catalog.
Yeah.
It's going to sell really, really well. This sold for $12 plus shipping back when I used to charge shipping. But
It's almost 20 years old.
but enough about my listing.
It is boring. It is a boring looking cover.
But it's also it took me 8 years to sell it for $12 plus shipping.
Right.
So catalogs can be very, very good. However, don't get overly excited if you see LL Bean. And that even goes back to some of the older ones. They've been around for a long time. And the older catalogs do not carry the value that you necessarily think that they do. So this is more of a just kind of caveat. Don't overpay on LL Bean.
Yeah, you don't want to buy 100 of these for $1 a piece.
No, you do not. No, you absolutely do not. You do want to buy 100 of these at $1 a piece, though. Snakes in an Atheist's Grave, Tracked for Infidels. Charles Bedell, 1930s.
Has it all.
I took $50 on it. Picked up an estate sale, but I mean, look at that. The condition on it's not the greatest in there. And if I paid $1 for it, I probably paid high. I think it was more like one of those things that would have been like 50 cents, something or other like that, on an estate sale, or maybe even thrown in because I made a pile of stuff over there.
Right.
I couldn't find any comps on it whatsoever. I asked $68 or $63 on it. I took $50. It took from 2019 to sell. But that being said, that's
Is
well
that
worth
the
it.
front of it or the inside?
That's the front, and that's the inside.
Wow.
Literally just opens up like your precious little trade card. Next up, Life Magazine, December 7th, 1953, Audrey Hepburn.
Don't see that one too often.
You don't, no. And I didn't realize, I had it up at auction for $48, and a newer eBayer with like 2 positives or 3 positives offers me $60 on it.
Wow.
I said, yeah, it's gone. It's
Bye-bye.
gone. Because I had searched it out, and it's about a $40 magazine usually. Now, they must have just wanted it for some reason, just joined eBay to get it or
looks
whatever.
pretty clean, though.
Yeah, it's not bad shape on it. But Audrey Hepburn always sells, absolutely always sells. So
Especially with no pants on.
that's next up. This is a magazine that when I listed it, I said, why am I listing it? It's never going to sell. There's really no particularly good keyword, as you can tell by repairs, architecture, housewares, gardening. There's really nothing in there. It's German language, Das Haus magazine, March 1972. Don't you know somebody made me a bid when it was at auction?
Wow.
And also made me a bid on a different German language magazine. So this spurred a sale of another magazine that had been sitting there since 2019.
Yeah.
And I think they offered me $20 on this, and I'm like, as the old auctioneer saying goes, sell it before they change their mind. So they ended up buying 2 German language magazines, all based off of a magazine I didn't think I'd be able to sell.
Well, and this I know is too in a condition. There's wear up the spine. There's no wear down the spine, but there's wear up the spine.
Yeah, just off.
That's,
yeah.
that's different.
Because I looked at it from the bottom and worked my way up.
Yeah, well, it's the German way.
Exactly. Next up, Dick Clark Yearbook, American Bandstand, 1958. Patty Page, James Garner, $38. Found this out at a flea market. These things are out there. I actually was excited when I found this. I thought it'd be worth some pretty good money, and then I looked, and most people are getting about $20 out of it, something or other like that.
I mean,
I said,
there's no one breathing in there anymore. I mean, we know that.
that is true.
Yeah.
That is true. And I said, oh, I thought this was really good, and it's like only $20. I put it up at $38, and I don't get my $38 out of it. So that kind of shows, ask a little higher price on it. Part of the reason why could have been I was the only person listing James Garner. I also probably was the only person with this many pictures on it. I had a lot of pictures on it as well. So that's a case where the extra pictures, I think, made the sale. It made me $18 extra doing those extra pictures.
The color pages, too.
They're beautiful. And the last item, SS White Dental Supplies, General Catalog, 1946, asbestos chairs, master units. I think it went for like $80, something or other like that. I paid right on it, so I was able to sell it right. It's got some nice old dental supplies in there. These are catalogs that you definitely do want to buy when you find them out there. The person that bought it, actually, I believe his family had owned the supply company back in the day, so he was super happy to have it. Or maybe they worked at it somehow or other. But again, catalogs like this, I was more than happy to get $80 off of. So, in summary, SS White Dental catalogs, buy. LL Bean catalogs, don't buy. Hopefully that helps you some, and we will see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.